Airspace violation. Russian Su-57 Felon, penetrating Alaska, 40 miles inside U.S. territory. F-22 Raptor intercept. AM-120D authorized. Warning ignored. Engagement imminent. First, 5th generation combat kill. This is air combat. Alaska, 49th estate. Strategic location, Russian border 55 miles. Bering Strait, Arctic frontier. NORAD responsibility, Eielson Air Force Base. Elmendorf Air Force Base. F-22 Raptor station. Air superiority mission. Homeland defense. Monthly Russian intercepts. Routine missions. Professional encounters. Until today. Until penetration. Until violation. Everything changes. War risk. Diplomatic crisis. Air combat necessity. NORAD Command Center. Peterson Space Force Base. Long-range radar detected aircraft. 280 miles from Alaska. Course steady. Speed Mach 1.2. Altitude 42,000 feet. Electronic signature unique. Russian Su-57 Felon. 5th generation fighter. Stealth capability. First detected penetration attempt. Intelligence warned possible. Strategic reconnaissance. Capability demonstration. Provocation maximum. American response immediate. F-22 scrambling. Air combat responds. Su-57 Felon specifications concerning 66-foot length, twin engines, stealth design, radar cross-section estimated 0.5 square meters, less stealthy than F-22, but capable, internal weapons, R-77Me missiles, 110-mile range, R-74Me short range, 30mm cannon, super maneuverability, thrust vectoring, post-stall capability, dangerous opponent, professional threat, air combat adversary. Best air superiority fighter? A. F-22 Raptor. B. Su-57 Felon. In C. F-35 Lightning. Comment your choice. F-22A Raptor specifications legendary, 62-foot length, twin engines, stealth revolutionary, radar cross-section 0.001 square meters, smallest signature, superior technology, Super Cruise Mach 1.8, no afterburner, internal weapons bay, 6 AIM-120D AMRAM, 2 AM-9X Sidewinder, AN APG-77 ASA radar, most advanced, American engineering, air combat weapon. Eielson Air Force Base, Alaska, 0247 hours local, alert klaxon, 2 F-22A Raptors scrambling, call sign, Raptor 1 and Raptor 2, quick reaction alert, wheels up 4 minutes, climb to 50,000 feet, super cruise engaged, Mach 1.5 without afterburner, fuel efficient, time saving, intercept course, Su-57 detected 180 miles, closing rate Mach 2.7, meeting point 8 minutes, professional response, trained reaction, air combat readiness. According to Air Combat Command Analysis, Su-57 Felon represents Russia's answer to American 5th-generation fighters. Development troubled, production limited, only 10 operational, export customers minimal, combat experience none, capabilities uncertain, stealth questioned. Tonight provides data, real encounter, technology comparison, combat potential assessment. Air combat witnesses Russian capability firsthand. Raptor 1 pilot 19-year fighter experience, 2,400 F-22 hours, air superiority specialist, Russian intercept veteran, 63 previous encounters, Tu-95 bombers, Tu-160 strategic, Su-27 fighters, never Su-57. First 5th generation intercept, historic mission, professional challenge, career defining, everything trained, nothing guaranteed, air combat unknown territory. Wait for Russian response. What happens next determines Arctic security future. 120 miles from Su-57. Raptor 1 attempts radio contact. International frequency. Russian aircraft. This is United States Air Force. You are approaching American airspace. Identify yourself. State your intentions. Over. Silence. No response. Standard Russian procedure. Ignore American calls. Continue mission. force reaction, psychological operation, strategic testing, air combat observing. 80 miles from Su-57. Raptor 1 AN APG-77 radar active. Low probability intercept mode. Stealth maintained. Su-57 detected. 75-mile range. Weak return. Intermittent track. Russian stealth working partially, but insufficient. F-22 radar superior. Technology gap exists. Detection achieved. Track maintained. Fire control solution calculated. Weapons ready. Air combat advantage American. 60 miles from Su-57. Second radio attempt. Russian aircraft. This is final warning. Turn away immediately. You are entering restricted airspace. Failure to comply will result in defensive action. Over. Still silence. Su-57 maintains course. Altitude 42,000 feet. Speed Mach 1.2. Heading Anchorage direction. Strategic target. Population center. Military installations. Air Force bases. Unacceptable penetration. Presidential standing authorization. Homeland defense. Weapons free if violated. Air combat rules clear. Maximum detection range F-22 radar. A. 125 miles. 150 miles. 200 miles. Answer at mission end. 40 miles from coast. Su-57 crosses boundary. United States airspace violated. Sovereign territory penetrated. International law breached. Act of war technically. NORAD commander authorizes engagement. Rules of engagement satisfied. Warning issued. Violation confirmed. Defensive action authorized. Raptor 1 receives clearance. Weapons free. Engage and destroy. Air combat executes. Raptor 1 locks target. AIM 120D selected. Beyond visual range kill. Fire control solution optimal. Lead pursuit. Intercept geometry calculated. Su-57 continuing straight. Unaware tracking. Confident stealth. Provocative challenge. Impossible determined. But mistake fatal. American technology superior. Detection achieved. Lock maintained. Launch authorized. Air combat delivers consequence. AIM 120D away. White smoke trail. Rocket motor burning. Missile accelerates. Mach 4 speed. Active radar seeker. GPS mid-course guidance. Data link updates from F-22. Terminal homing imminent. Su-57 unaware. Radar warning receiver should activate. Threat detection should occur. Evasive action begin. But nothing observed. Russian flying straight. Death approaching. Air combat justice. Stealth technology or super maneuverability for air superiority? Comment S for stealth or M for maneuver. Su-57 radar warning receiver suddenly screams. Missile lock detected. Launch identified. Threat critical. Pilot reacts. Hard brake left. 9G turn. Thrust vectoring engaged. Post-stall maneuver. Cobra attempted. Airspeed bleeds. Chaff deployed. Electronic countermeasures. Everything attempted. Professional response, but insufficient. AIM 120D advanced. Countermeasures defeated. Active seeker locked. Impact inevitable. If you believe American air superiority prevents war, type air combat below. AIM 120D detonates. Proximity fuse. 40-pound blast fragmentation warhead. 15 feet from Su-57. Shrapnel cloud expands. Tungsten fragments impact. Left engine destroyed. Right engine damaged. Control surfaces severed. Hydraulics failed. Fuel leaking. Fire warning. Aircraft dying. Pilot ejects. Ejection seat fires. 25,000 feet altitude. Parachute deploys. Pilot survives. Aircraft dies. Crashes Alaska wilderness. First Su-57 combat loss. First 5th generation kill. Historic moment. Air combat milestone. Raptor 2 maintains position. Observes parachute. Tracks descent. Coordinates transmitted. Search and rescue alerted. U.S. Coast Guard launching. Russian pilot retrieved. International obligation. Professional courtesy. Enemy combatant, but human being. Survival preferred. Capture better than death. intelligence value, diplomatic leverage, air combat professionalism. Russian pilot lands, Wilderness, Alaska, temperature -15 Fahrenheit, survival gear deployed, emergency beacon activated, HH-60 Pave Hawk inbound, 40 minutes flight time. Pilot survives cold, rescued by Americans, irony maximum, shot down, defending territory, saved by defenders, professional respect, mutual understanding, warriors both sides, air combat humanity. According to Aviation Week data, Su-57 unit cost estimated $50 million, F-22 Raptor cost $150 million, AIM-120D cost $1.8 million. Cost exchange ratio favors Russia economically, but strategic loss catastrophic. First, Su-57 combat. First, combat loss. Technology question. Capability doubted. Stealth insufficient. Russian program damaged. Air combat strategic defeat Russia. Who wins 5th generation fighter competition? Drop your prediction below. Russian Ministry of Defense statement delayed. 12 hours post-incident. Training accident, navigation error, pilot disoriented, mechanical failure contributed. American interference noted. Pilot recovered safely, aircraft lost tragically. Investigation ongoing. Standard lies. Expected propaganda. Everyone knows truth. Airspace violated. Warning ignored. Defensive action taken. Su-57 destroyed. Air combat reality. Pentagon statement immediate. U.S. Air Force successfully defended American airspace. Russian aircraft violated sovereignty. Multiple warnings issued. Defensive engagement authorized. Pilot recovered safely. Custody pending. International law upheld. Professional tone. Legal justification. Political coverage. Military success. Strategic messaging. Air combat communication. NORAD commander press conference. Russian Su-57 penetrated U.S. airspace 40 miles. First 5th generation violation. Multiple radio warnings ignored. F-22 Raptor engaged. Missile launch successful. Aircraft destroyed. Pilot ejected. Recovered by Coast Guard. Currently custody Joint Base Elmendorf-Richardson. Being treated well. Diplomatic process beginning. Transparency unusual. Strategic messaging intentional. Russian capability questioned. American superiority demonstrated. Air combat shapes narrative. Congressional reaction, bipartisan outrage. Airspace violated. Sovereignty breached. Warning ignored, but response appropriate. Pilot recovered. Custody proper. International law followed. Political support solid. Military action justified. Future operations approved. Air combat validates through congressional backing. NATO consultation immediate. Article 4 invoked. Alliance informed. American territory violated. Russian aggression discussed. Collective security affirmed. Political solidarity demonstrated. Military support offered. Strategic unity confirmed. Air combat strengthens alliance through demonstrated defense capability. Japanese government supportive. Russian aggression pattern. Territory violations common. American response appropriate. F-22 capability proven. Alliance value demonstrated. Regional security enhanced. Strategic partnership confirmed. Air combat shapes allied confidence. South Korean military analyzing. Su-57 combat debut disaster. First mission, first loss. Technology inadequate. American superiority confirmed. F-22 proven combat. Alliance essential. Defense modernization urgent. Air combat influences peninsula security assessment. Chinese observation careful. Su-57 performance noted. Russian technology questioned. American capability confirmed. J-20 comparison inevitable. Strategic calculations adjusted. Pacific balance reconsidered. Air combat affects multiple theaters through single engagement. Strategic implications enormous. Su-57 combat credibility destroyed. Russian 5th generation program questioned. Export prospects damaged. Strategic deterrence weakened. American air superiority confirmed. F-22 combat proven. Technology gap validated. Air combat shapes global assessment. Russian military response furious internally. Pilot court-martial considered. Navigation error blamed. Training questioned. Aircraft capability reviewed. Stealth performance analyzed. Electronic warfare examined. Comprehensive failure assessment. Expensive lesson. Combat education. Air combat teaches harshly. Russian pilot interrogation begins. Intelligence value significant. Su-57 capabilities revealed. Electronic warfare systems disclosed. Tactics explained. Training described. Strategic intelligence. Operational details. Technical specifications. Everything extracted. Diplomatic leverage. Prisoner exchange valuable. Air combat benefits extend beyond combat. Trump administration predictable response. Former president's statement, excellent response. Russia respects strength. Alaska defense priority my term. F-22 program I support it. Military strength I built. Tonight's success my foundation. Political positioning, credit claiming, campaign rhetoric. Air combat transcends partisan politics through professional military execution. Future Russian Arctic operations modified. Su-57 employment cautious. Penetration attempts ceased. Boundary respect restored. Professional caution, survival valued, combat avoided, hard lesson learned, deterrence restored through demonstrated capability. Air combat establishes consequences. F-22 operations continue. Alaska defense maintained. Russian bomber intercepts resume. Professional distance restored. Mutual respect renewed. Boundaries understood. Nobody wants repeat. Professional warriors, political tensions, careful management. Air combat operates peacefully through strength demonstration. Next Russian intercept different. Tu-95 bomber, conventional aircraft, safe distance, professional courtesy, no violations, no provocations, no combat, deterrence working, respect restored, boundaries clear. Air combat establishes rules through combat when necessary and maintains peace through demonstrated capability. Where the sky decides the victor. That tactical quiz. Maximum F-22 radar detection range? Answer, C, 200 miles plus against conventional aircraft. Reduced against stealth, but still superior. Technology advantage decisive, combat victory proven. Air combat validates design through operational success. 3 questions remain. Can Russia improve Su-57? Will 5th generation combat become common? What's next fighter technology? Subscribe to Air Combat, where aerial supremacy rules, where F-22 defends Homeland, where American technology dominates Arctic skies. This is protected territory, this is enforced sovereignty, this is air combat. Air supremacy, missile dominance, air combat.